I am Mr. Zondi, Andile Zondi, your maths lit teacher for grade 11, right? So today we're continuing looking at maps as we did yesterday. Should you have questions, and feel free to ask. If I ask you for responses, please write on the chat box provided, right? And keep your videos off, right? That will help a lot. So now let's start. Okay, now today, as I promised, we are looking at strip charts, right? Sometimes they're called strip maps. Okay, so at the end of today's lesson, you must be able to basically work with strip charts, right? Basically, these are maps that show distance on a portion of road, right? So I'll give you examples just now. Okay, a strip map or strip chart is a map of a section of a traveling route, right? And they show the following. First, the routes are in straight line, written as straight lines. Obviously, you know that if you are moving from a place A to place B, you don't walk in straight lines, right? But for simplicity, strip charts basically have straight line distances between two places, right? Straight line distances, right? Okay. Now, point number two, road names written on the actual road. So if this road is N1, N1 will be the N1, right? And then distances are written next to the road, right? Let's say there's a road that joins to N1, right? Going to town C, maybe there'll be 5. 5 there will actually mean 5 kilometers from this junction to town C, right? And then came the distance traveled between two towns of interest. Let's say I'm looking at town A, for example, and town B, right? Those distances won't be written on the main road, but they'll be written on the sides, right? Left and right side, right? Maybe on the one side will be distance from town A to town B, maybe it's 50 kilometers, for example. Okay, it will become clear just now, learners. And then from town B to town A again, moving from town A, I'll start at 0. And then town B, I would have traveled 50 kilometers, for example, right? And lastly, there's no scale shown on this type of map. There's no bar scale and there's no ratio scale shown on this map. Okay, let me give you an example, right? Okay, I'm sure you don't know these towns, but from now you know them. Okay, let's say you are traveling between these two very important towns, Greytown and Pietermaritzburg, right? This is where I was born, in Greytown, and this is where I now stay in Pietermaritzburg. Okay, so the main towns for my strip chart, this is my strip chart by the way, will be Greytown, moving from that dot to Pietermaritzburg. Right, obviously Pietermaritzburg is bigger. That's a bigger dot. Okay, so I'm looking at these routes. I'm looking at these routes. Yeah. Hopefully you can see my red, right? Hopefully you can see my red. Okay. So this road, right, will be on my strip chart will be this road here, traveling straight, right? Notice it's drawn straight, right? So there's Greytown and there's Pietermaritzburg. Right? So these are the two towns of interest, right? The main road that you travel on is called R33. So this will be R33. Let me see if I can find a brighter color. So this will be, okay. Maybe use black for, this will be R33, this main road, right? This main road. So that is R33, right? Now, if I'm traveling from Greytown to Pietermaritzburg, right? I'm traveling in this direction, right? So on my left hand side, right? Vertically, I've given you distances. So from Greytown, will be 0 kilometers, right? After 15 kilometers, there's the first main intersection, turning to the left, right? After 15 kilometers. And then after 40 kilometers, there's a town, right? Roughly between Greytown and Pietermaritzburg called New Hanover, right? It is 40 kilometers from Greytown, right? And then after about 65 kilometers, there's another intersection, right? Where basically this is a T-junction, right? Where you are turning to R614, right? All the way to Wartburg. And then after 75 kilometers, you would have reached Pietermaritzburg, right? Now, if I'm traveling from Pietermaritzburg to Greytown, it will be other way around. Okay, I'll start at 0 kilometers, right? Because I'm moving from Pietermaritzburg. After about 10 kilometers, there's that first T-junction. There it is, right? It's 10 kilometers from Pietermaritzburg, but it is 65 kilometers from Greytown, right? And then after about 35 kilometers, I would have reached this town called New Hanover, right? But if I'm moving from Greytown, it is 40 kilometers from Greytown. And then after 60 kilometers from Pietermaritzburg, there's T-junction, right? Turning to the right if I'm moving from Pietermaritzburg, right? But if I'm moving from Greytown, it is 15 kilometers from Greytown, and it will turn to the left, right? And then finally, after 75 kilometers, I would have reached Greytown, right? Notice the distance is the same. 75 kilometers, 75 kilometers, right? Just that it's, you are traveling opposite directions, right? And then this road there, let me just change colors again. Okay, this road, which is about 10 kilometers from Pietermaritzburg, is R614, right? That is the name of the road, right? Remember, these are provincial or regional roads. Okay, this road goes to Wartburg and it continues, right? And then there's another road called P156, right? This road will take you from New Hanover all the way to Dalton. Okay. Okay, these roads, okay, I haven't given you guys names of all these roads, right? But sometimes they'll write maybe a figure here. They'll say maybe 20. This is 20. Okay, let me just make it bigger. 20, right? This 20 will actually mean it is 20 kilometers from this T-junction to Dalton, right? So it's 20 kilometers, right? Okay, if there's 10 written between Dalton and this T-junction here, this will mean it's actually 10 kilometers from Dalton to where this road, right, meets R614. Okay, hopefully you guys understand, right? Hopefully you guys understand my map. You can notice there's Dalton, right? From R33, right? It loops back to R33. There it is from R33 to Dalton, and then to New Hanover. So R33, Dalton, New Hanover. You can see this road will be R614. That is R614. And then okay, you can see those two roads connecting P156. There's P156, right? To R614. Here's R614. Okay. Now notice, because this is drawn in this format, it means not drawn to scale. Thus, there are no scales used on strip charts, right? Okay, I think you guys understand. Let us move on. Okay, these are just types of strip charts that you'll see in your exams, right? This is basically the most common form of a strip chart, right? I'm sure this is not clear. It's not that clear, right? But here you're moving from Durban, it is, right, to the town here, Port Elizabeth, right? So this is PE. Maybe no, it's not that clear. Here, this would be Durban, right? Durban. Okay, now notice distances. If I'm traveling from Durban, I'm moving from 0 kilometers, and as when I reach PE, I would have traveled about 964 kilometers. This is 964 kilometers. And now if I'm traveling from PE, right? So I'm moving from 0, and then I'm moving to Durban, right? Again, it's 964 kilometers. Okay, just a basic example, right? Okay, the main road that connects these two towns, you can see it is N2, right? The main road that connects these two towns, right? Notice Durban has a different dot to other towns, similar to PE, right? As you saw in my, let's go back. The dots for PMB, Pietermaritzburg and Greytown, they're actually black compared to the dots for other towns, right? Okay. Now another thing, you can see there's numbers. These numbers, even though they're not clear. If it's just a number, that means it is a distance between two intersections, right? Or two towns. Right? For example, this number is 112. This means from this intersection to St. John, this is Port St. John's, right? From N2 to Port St. John's, it is 112 kilometers, right? And between Port Edward and Port St. John's, there's a number there, R. Okay, this is R61. That is the name of the road, right? So don't confuse those, right? Okay, these distances can also help us calculate the difference, right, in distance travel between 2 points on the main road, right? For example, if I want to know distance between Kokstad, this is Kokstad, and Umtata, this is Umtata, right? It may not be clear on your map, right? Obviously, there are no numbers written on the main road, so I'll have to use numbers written on the left, right? Because they tell us the distance of the main route. So I can see from Durban to Mthatha, it's 460 kilometers, right? From Durban to Kokstad, it is 280 kilometers. It is 280, right? So the distance between Kokstad and Mthatha will be the difference between these two, right? So it will be 460, right? Let me just quickly take out my calculator. It's 460, right? There's your 460. Subtract 280. So if you subtract these two, you'll get 180. So that means this stretch of distance between Kokstad and Mthatha, it is 180 kilometers, right? Sorry, and they also show you that this is route between PE and Durban, Port Elizabeth and Durban, right? So basically, those are just the basics of a strip chart. Sometimes a strip chart is shown in this format, right? Okay, for this format, they've actually combined a provincial map and a strip chart, but this is still a strip chart. Okay, you can see on your left and right hand sides, right? You have distances, right? Okay, for example, this 0, it's 0 kilometers from Kimberley if you're traveling south, right? And then you can see there's a town called Lukov. Lukov is about 145 kilometers from Kimberley, right? So this distance is 145 kilometers, right? And you can also see numbers. You can see there's 39. There's the town called Ritchie, right? Ritchie. Okay. So between Kimberley and Ritchie, 39. That means 39 kilometers between those two, right? But on the road, there's 12, right? This 12 is basically the route that you'll be taking from Kimberley to Ritchie. It is N12, right? So don't confuse those two, right? Again, okay, between this junction, right, and Coffee Fontaine, it is 12. This means if you are traveling from Coffee Fontaine, which is there, to this junction, it is 12 kilometers, right? So that's how you will interpret your strip chart, right? This one is actually very useful. It also gives you keys, right? N is for N6. This is Pentagon. It's five sides. Right? This is the N national roads. You can see R48, right? R48 has kind of a square shape. It's your provincial roads, and then a rectangular symbol with a number inside that will be your regional, right? So 2 numbers is your provincial, 3 numbers is your regional road, right? Okay, let's carry on. Okay, obviously, you know how we do. We work together through these activities, right? So today let us carry on working together as we did yesterday. Okay, here it says the strip map shows the routes from Durban to Pretoria, right? So Durban and Pretoria, right? There's Pretoria there. Okay, there's Durban there. Obviously, we know that it's not straight line, so this must be a straight chart, right? Okay, if I'm moving from Durban, right, on this road, what's the name of this road? Yes, it is N3, right? So if you're traveling from Durban to Pretoria, you can use N3. On N3, you pass Pietermaritzburg, right? After 67 kilometers, right? You go past Howick, and then you go past Escort, which is 166 kilometers from Durban, right? Then you go past the road that takes you to Ladysmith, which is N11. Then you go through Harrismith, which is 289 kilometers from Durban, and so on, right? If you're traveling from Pretoria, right, after 49 kilometers, you would have gone past this town, Heidelberg, yeah, Heidelberg, yes, Heidelberg. And then after 117 kilometers from Pretoria, you'd have gone through Vielas, right? And so on, right? So, okay, this is basically a simple step chart. Let's look at the question they may ask you in an exam if they give you something like this, right? So working together again. Okay, this is question 8, right, from an exam paper. It says, Letitia travels from Pietermaritzburg to Heidelberg, right? Use the map to calculate her total distance traveled, right? So we're looking for these 2 towns, Pietermaritzburg and Heidelberg, right? So Heidelberg and Pietermaritzburg. Okay, let's locate it. Okay, located Pietermaritzburg, there it is, right? And there's Heidelberg, right? There's Heidelberg. Okay, can anyone tell me what is the distance between Pietermaritzburg and Heidelberg? Can anyone tell me? Right, just write in your chat. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds for this one, right? Maybe 30 seconds. What is the distance between Heidelberg and Pietermaritzburg, right? Distance between those two, Heidelberg and Pietermaritzburg. What is your answer? Okay, let me see if there's anyone, any attempts. Okay, I'm getting 439. Excellent. That is wonderful, right? So distance between these two, you can actually say, let me just use a different color. You can actually say, I'm right here, 508, which is what I think you guys did, minus 69. And then your answer was 439. Well done, right? Okay, but you could also, of course, we could also use this side, left-hand side. You could say from Pretoria to PMB, it's 488, right? Subtract 49. Your answer would have been the same. It would have been 439. Okay, well done. Excellent work. Okay, next question. Now they say calculate how long, right? Calculate how long. Okay, when they say how long, they actually mean, right, okay. They actually mean time. How long is time? Remember, we looked at this a couple of lessons back. How long means time. It will take her to arrive at a destination if she travels at 110 kilometers per hour, right? What is her destination, right? Going back from Durban to Pretoria. So Durban to Pretoria. Okay, speed is 110 kilometers per hour. Right? If she's traveling from Durban to Pretoria, I want to know the time. Right? I want to know the time. Let me also give you this one. This is free of charge, right? Distance between Durban and Pretoria. Let me give it to you. 557. Hopefully you guys can see kilometers. So you have those two. I want to know my time given speed and distance. Let me also give you a formula, right? Free of charge. Okay, S is for speed. Speed is equal to distance over time. Distance over time. So I want to know what is my time given distance and speed. This one is a bit longish, so I'll give you guys a full minute to do this question, right? Just give me the answer only, right? What is the time it will take this lady to travel between Pretoria and Durban, right? At a speed of 110 kilometers per hour and distance being 557 kilometers, right? So what is the time, right? What is the time? As soon as you get your answer, just write in your chat. Let me see if you guys can figure this out. It's actually easy. Okay, wait. Let's go back. Let's go back a bit. I might have just made a mistake. Okay. Yes. My bad. Here it's actually from Pietermaritzburg to Heidelberg. Yes, right. She's traveling from Pietermaritzburg to Heidelberg. So let's go back and fix that. So this will be here a distance. So this is a distance. This one is from Pretoria to, so this is a distance. Travel 439, right? At a speed of 110 kilometers, right? So start again and just give me the answer, right? What time? How many hours did it take here? Distance 439, right? Your speed is 110, right? Okay. You guys are still thinking? Let's move on. Remember, I don't run out of time at the end of this lesson. So, okay, let's do it together here. Obviously, your formula, the speed is equal to distance over time. So step number one, plug in your values. What is my speed? My speed is 110. 110, right, is equal to, what is my distance? My distance is 439. Obviously, you know your units. This must be in kilometers per hour, and this must be kilometers. Your time to be in hours. So if you're solving for time, in this case, you need to make t the subject of the formula, cross multiplication, right? Cross multiply. So if you cross multiply, yeah, your t will go, will replace 110, so it will be t. It will be t is equal to your distance, which is now 439, divided by your speed, right? Crossing. If it goes across the equal sign, right? It will take this position to be there, right? Okay, so what are your answers? Okay, let me see. I have an answer from Elena. Okay. Okay, from what I gather, right? From what I gather, when you say 439 divided by, I get 3,99, right? Remember how long, right? This is roughly about 4 hours, right? It will take you 4 hours, right? The time is, in this case, the time will be distance divided by speed, right? There's your distance, there's your speed. You get 3,99, which is roughly 4 hours, right? So time took it to travel, that distance will be 4 hours. Okay. Okay, next question. Hopefully you guys understood that. Next question, 8,3. Letitia drives a car that has a tank that can hold 60 liters of petrol. So underline 60 liters, right? This is the capacity of the tank. Her car travels 7.5 kilometers, right? And consumes 1 liter, right? So for every 7.5 kilometers traveled, the car consumes 1 liter. That was per liter means. Okay. Now they say, how much will it cost her for a full tank if the price of petrol is 13.10 per liter, 13 rands, 10 cent per liter, right? Okay. Okay, let me give you guys again a minute to do this one, right? Because we're working together, right? Capacity is 60 liters, right? So that means on a full tank on 60 liters, right? On 60 liters, right? How much will it cost her? How much will she, right, spend on 60 liters? Couple of seconds left, right? So couple of seconds left. 30 seconds remaining for number 3. 30 seconds remaining for number 3. 20 seconds left. Okay, let's do it together, right? You guys, you mustn't be shy, you must just try your best, right? If you're wrong today, you won't be wrong in an exam, right? Okay, always understand the question, right? So here, how much would you spend on a full tank, right? So basically, what is important in this case, it is the quantity of the full tank, which is 60 liters, right? And per liter, it will cost 13 Rand and 10 cents. Right? So for the full tank, it will cost, C is for cost, is equal to 60 liters, is for the full tank capacity, times, right? Per liter, it is 13 rands. 13 rands and 10 cents per liter, right? Per liter. So for 60 liters, you can say it will be 60 times 13 Rand 10 cents, right? 60 times 13 Rand 10 cents, right? Because 1 liter costs 13 Rand 10 cents, so 60 liters will cost 60 times that much. So it will be 13 Rand 10 cents times 60, right? And then your answer will be 786, right? Obviously, units are rands, right? So for the full tank, it will actually cost 786 for the full tank, right? Okay, hopefully you guys understand that. Okay, well done. Priyanka, well done. Because you're the only one who answered this question. Obviously, today's class is a bit small. Okay, next question. Number 4. Calculate Letitia's petrol cost for the return trip, right? Okay, this one is a bit longish, right? I want to know how much you'll spend for the return trip, right? How much you'll spend on petrol for the return trip. Maybe this one will be maybe 6 marks, right? This will be those 6 marks questions, right? Okay, here, let me give you a clue, right? Step number 1, you need to actually determine what is the return trip. Remember, a few lessons back, we looked at return trip, right? Return trip, basically going from point A to point B, and from point B to point A going back, right? So in this case, going from Pietermaritzburg to Heidelberg, and from Heidelberg to Pietermaritzburg, right? What is the distance, learners, right? What is the distance for the return trip? Write your answer on the chat. What is the return trip distance, right? What is the return trip distance? Okay, return trip. Okay. Can anyone tell me what is the return trip distance, right? If the one-way trip is 439, what is the return trip for Letitia, right? Can anyone tell me? This one is actually easy, very, very easy. What is the return trip for Letitia, right? Okay, one-way trip is 339, right? So for return trip, it must be times 2, right? So you have you'll have 349, which is a single trip, times 2, right? And then your answer will be, I'm getting answers already. Return trip, right? Inga and Priyanka, right? They both got their answers correct. Well done, learners. So your answer is 878, right? Kilometers. So well done. Good work, right? So we're obviously not done, right? But we have the first part, right? We now know how long the return trip is, right? So the next question, the next part of this question, right? We need to calculate how many liters will she need for this distance, right? How many liters will she need for this distance, right? Here's the clue. I'm looking for a rate which gives me kilometers and liters, right? I'm looking for the rate which gives me kilometers and liters, right? I don't have much time. So here's my rate, right? 7.5 kilometers per liter, right? Okay, let me just erase that so that I have space to just erase this. Okay, learners, how many liters will she need to travel a distance of 878 if the car consumes 1 liter for every 7.5 kilometers, right? Okay, I'm waiting for my answers, right? But while you're thinking, let's do it together, right? Basically here you can use any method, right? You can use any method. The best method will be number of liters, right? You can use cross multiplication. Okay, maybe let me use cross multiplication for this one, right? Number of liters, right? For a distance of 878 kilometers, right? Okay. If I spend 1 liter, right? The car consumes 1 liter, traveling a distance of 7.5 liters. So I'm using these two, right? Because I want to know my liters. Traveling a distance of 7.5 kilometers. Okay. 1 liter comes from this rate, the consumption rate. Sorry. Okay. And 7.5 comes from the fact that the car travels so much distance for every liter. So solve for the unknown, right? So I need to cross multiply, right? So I'll take my liter to the left, so that I'll to the right, so that I'll be left with my unknown, right? So I'm dividing 1 liter on the left. So on the right, I'll multiply it. So you can see I'll cancel the kilometers, I'll be left with liters. So 878 divided by 7.5. You could have also said 878 divided by 0.5 to determine the number of liters that you actually need, right? Okay, let's check if you guys are correct. I'm getting answers from now. Jared and Inga are saying it's 117.06. Let's check if they're correct. So it's 876 divided by 7.5, right? So yes, the answer is 1117, 06, 0.6666666, right? Recurring is actually equal to 117.07 if you are running up to 2 decimal places, right? So you guys are correct. Well done, right? Now, lastly, calculate the cost of petrol for the return trip, right? Okay, if the return trip is 878 kilometers, requires 107.07 liters, right? How much will it cost to purchase 117.07 liters, right? This is the last portion, right? And then we're done for today, right? That's it for the last portion. Let me give you guys a few more seconds. Tell me on your chat, how much will she pay for 117.07 liters, right? So cost. We're now looking at cost. Let's see for cost. Okay, what are your answers? Okay, remember, we're just giving a lot of information. So sometimes it's very important to do your rough work, right? Write your numbers on the side. to understand what all of these values actually mean, right? Okay, now we'll be using this one here because I need to know the cost. I have liters, I need to know the cost, so I'm using the price of petrol, right? So obviously 1 liter cost 13.10. We have 117 liters. What is your answer, right? Again, you can use this method here, right? It's really simple. Or you can say cost for 1 liter is 13 rands and 10 cents. 1 liter times how many liters, right? How many liters? I'm getting answers from okay, Inga, Jared. Okay, let me see if you guys are correct, right? Obviously, multiply by the amount of liters that you'll be using. In this case, it is 1117.07, right? Multiply those two. What do you get? So 13.10, I mean, times by 117.07. Yes, your answer is in rands 1,533, right? 62. Right? Okay. It actually helps to round off your answer at the end. You can take this answer as is, right? As is, and multiply it by 13.10, and then you get a more accurate answer. That's actually what I advise you guys to do, right? Okay. Since you don't have much time, let us just proceed. We have about 4 minutes left. Okay. This would have been your second activity, right? But I don't have much time, so we can't go through this activity, right? But I gave you guys homework, right? Just check if there's any homework on your newsletters, right? Just check. Right? If there's no homework, definitely there'll be homework for tomorrow's lesson, right? But I've given you guys homework for that activity, right? So this one was also another nice question, right? But due to time, I can't go through this question, right? But we can just read, right? Here, basically, this is a route from Gauteng and Namibia, right? We are moving from Windhoek. Windhoek is in Namibia, and you can see these lines. Okay, these lines. Can anyone tell me what this line is for? This pink line. What is this pink line for? Right. Remember, I said you can't go through this question because we don't have enough time. What are these lines for? I can ask you this in an exam, right? But it goes from Windhoek, right, which is in Namibia, past Botswana, into South Africa, and straight to Pretoria. Right, there's Pretoria. Okay. Okay, let me just go on. But meanwhile, give me my answer. I need to know what this pink line is for, learners. This pink line, and that's pink line as well. What are those two lines for? Right. Okay. Obviously, you don't have time. You can't go through this one here, right? But I've given you guys homework, which is different to this activity. But okay. Okay, let me see. It's the borders. Well done. Yeah, this is actually a very good answer. Those lines are the borders separating certain countries, right? In this case, it's Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa, right? Okay, your take-home message, right? Now, when calculating the distance between cities along the route, subtract the distance values given on other side, right? Other side, which is what you did, right? Let me just go back to show you what I actually mean. Okay, this is what you did here when you calculate the distance between Pietermaritzburg and Heidelberg, we subtracted those distances, right? To get distance between those two towns, right? So keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. And also keep this in mind. These values, right? These values here, in this case 49, 213, these are distances, right? Those are all distances. 49 will be between A2 and this town here, right? Remember, we're actually almost done. 49 will be distance between there and first town. 213 is the distance between this town, Hanzi, and this T-junction, right? This is 213. From this T-junction to Shakawe, the distance is 310. Remember, this looks smaller, but this is not written to scale, right? So keep that in mind when working with these types of maps, right? Other than that, we're actually done. For more resources, you can visit the website, education.gov.za, right? Tomorrow's lesson, we're looking at elevation maps, right? They're also very interesting. Elevation maps are like this. They look like hills, right? And then we're actually done. You can, obviously, for more information, go to our website, www.africatinegigs.co.za, right? See you again tomorrow, same place, same time. Goodbye.